was great working with you all today, even though I don't want to work. Okay, bye. After my part-time job, I pushed my bike down a mostly deserted and dark street, and I don't like those combination of words. There must be some other way. Something to get Nishihai and Momosawa back. I don't think so. For example, if we were to get the Saisen girls to come back, it would still be quite different from the 6 Stars Club that Orihime wants. But even so, if everyone enjoyed stargazing in a more relaxed atmosphere, it'd be easy to bring in younger students. But Orihime was already a 3rd year. She'd be graduating this spring. And after she's gone, it would just be Hanukkah. Would she even be able to continue bringing in students alone? I don't know. She's got her own charms. Hanukkah's always been more of an assistant. Noriko is just a beginner, and Hikari is, well, way too fickle. Why do I care so much about that group when I'm the one that's trying to leave? Because you're trying to leave on good terms. Even I thought it was strange that I worried so much. A message from Kamiko. I stopped walking and pulled out my phone. Oh no.
いいこと思いついたよ。
Whew. Okay, we're good. I thought it was just gonna be butt pick.
望遠鏡が買えないならさ、いっそ作っちゃえばいいんじゃない？
The fuck you think this is, woman?
どうや、明暗でしょう。
If I had the tools, maybe. Build a telescope? Mother of God! That's right! That's what we need to do! I'd been walking quite sluggishly, but now I hurried to get onto my bike. I biked with all the strength and speed I could muster down the street back to the school. This is it! It's harder than it sounds. If you want an actual telescope, oh Jesus, we're going back to the past. Alright, here we go. No, but I mean, in theory, it shouldn't take much to create a telescope. But, if you want a good one, here, have a look. I'm in elementary school now. I turned to a black and white page at the back of the telescope book I'd borrowed from the town library.
本当だ。
Oh, Jesus. Can't have the mouse on Saya's eye. That'd be disrespectful.
どれ？私も見せて。
Hikari and Saya peered at the book, their faces close as they shared a meat bun.
望遠鏡って作れるんだ。
Dear God.
しかも超かっけえじゃん。
They do exist. Hikari's eyes shone. Just like I thought they would. What? Whoa!
大砲みたいだね。
It's a gun! Saya looked at the black and white photo in the book, her albireo eyes as big as saucers. We were all drawn in by a throwaway page at the back of the book on DIY telescopes. God damn it. Katara looked at us with big, lonely eyes missing all the attention. It's fine.
作ろう、私たちも。きっと三日月天文クラブの秘密兵器になるよ、これ。
I mean, that'd be kind of cool, but again... We need we need to... You're right.
こんな大きなもの、私たちに作れるのかな。
We can do whatever we want. We're elementary school kids.
大丈夫、大丈夫。なんとかなるって。
We should all head to the library to see if they have any other DIY books. And so that happened.
望遠鏡作る？
Now we're back to the present, because Orihime's speaking to me through my mind. No, I'm actually here. Yeah! Orihime and the others looked at the documents laid out on the desk. If we can't buy one, then it'd be better to just build one! I am a genius.
会長？
Oh my God. Orihime was silent, but her eyes shone like stars.
作りましょう、私たちの望遠鏡。
We're getting too into this idea. She said with excitement as she brought her hands together. It seemed like she was rather pleased with the idea. Noriko watched us all curiously before timidly raising a question.
望遠鏡を作るってどういうことですか?
Just like how I fucking say, woman! We're building the goddamn telescope! He just starts shouting. We mean just that! Oh, why am I doing that? I mean, we mean just that! We'll build it with our own two hands, this telescope. This is a Dobsonian It's a telescope! Noriko from Amahai had come all the way to Maiko Academy to just hear the proposal. However, she gave a confused face as if to say, who is that? When I brought up the Dobsonian. You see, Dobsonian is, when observing faint celestial bodies, you need a telescope with a large objective diameter that can collect a lot of light. But generally speaking, those kinds of telescopes are quite expensive. Whew! Even though we had some trouble with our budget at the last meeting, a large-scale telescope would require a budget several times larger. And since the lens needs to be large, it takes more work to move around, which means many were put in a more permanent location. That's why large-scale telescopes have always been out of reach for amateur astronomers. Then came telescope. For virtually no money, people were able to build their own light and easy-to-carry large objective diameter telescope. Because they are handmade, there is an unavoidable drop in precision that is quite essential to astronomy. I'm not sure how experts feel about it, but for amateurs enjoying themselves, this isn't a big issue. We're just nerds doing our thing. They want to observe the deep sky objects that are impossible to see with smaller objective diameters. But they don't have the funds or for a location for such a huge telescope. So that's why we have these handmade telescopes for hobbyists. By the way, the name comes from the person who popularized the design, John Dobson. See, I'm giving you some lessons. Most are Newtonian-type reflecting telescopes, and we all know from that visual novel that Newton was actually a female. But the materials for them can be found at local home improvement stores. So you don't have to worry about any special equipment. It's great. It's gonna... Oh. After saying that, I pointed to the documents I laid out. Blueprints, materials, a rough estimate of costs, etc., etc. All that stuff. The blueprint I got from the internets was available to the public. Skilled amateur astronomers that had built Dobsonian telescopes many times over had made their blueprints available for anyone to use. From those blueprints, I had picked the ones that seemed most workable for us.
自分たちで作った望遠鏡で星を見る。なんて素敵な思いつきかしら。
Sounds pretty great to me. I'm ready. Prepared.
費用も大幅に抑えられていますね。
It's way cheaper than... If it's way cheaper than just buying it outright, fuck it. Let's do it. I'm always for the cheap. You gotta hoard your money just in case. Unless you don't have a stream of income. Well, no! Especially if you don't have a stream of income. If we could get some scrap material, we could save even more money! The surrounding area was all rural, so I'm sure we could find some materials if we looked.
望遠鏡を作っちゃおうだなんてすごいです。そんなことができるなんて知りませんでした。
Apparently, it's just... Fuck it, it's just that easy. I'm good.
しかし、うまくいくでしょうか。簡単ではないと思うのですが。
Then there's Hanukkah. Tell me it ain't gonna be easy. God damn it. Well, that is,
そんなことは問題ではないわ。
Yeah, she's gonna be like, it's okay. Or Hime said confidently.
天文学の父、 ガリレオ・ガリレイが初めて夜空へ向けた望遠鏡は自作したものでした。その後、多くの天文家たちが望遠鏡を自作改良し、星空へとそれを向けてきた。自分たちの手で望遠鏡を作り、星を望む行為は偉大な先人の足跡をたどる旅でもあるのです。
That was some profound bullshit. It was great. Also, by making the most essential object to astronomy with our own hands, we'll be able to develop an even deeper understanding. I think there's much to be learned just from making one. Orihime just smiled sweetly and nodded.
もしぼんやりとしか星の見えない望遠鏡ができてしまったとしても、それでいいじゃない。
Well, yeah, hopefully we make it right, because if we don't, that's a lot of materials down the drain.
自分たちで作った望遠鏡で見る星の光はきっと格別の眺めとなるはずだわ。
Hanukkah and Noriko both brightened after hearing Orihime's
この
words.
計画を提案すれば、西高と諸見沢も戻ってきてくれるかもしれませんね。
I don't know, man. I don't like those guys.
We gotta spend this much money? This is bullshit! I'm leaving!
きっと戻ってきてくれますよ。だってすごく楽しそうですもん。
So us, we're fucking doing the work, and then we're just like, all right, you guys can come back now. We have a telescope. And then they get to just ride out for free. Get out of here, you losers.
やりましょう、会長。
It seemed as if we'd come to a decision. Oh, by the way, I wanted you to take a look at all the materials. I pointed to the materials section on the documents. On the entire budget sheet, there was one part that had a special marker next to its price. The main mirror. Yup, I figured that would be like...
結構しますね。
Yeah, I figured that'd be the most expensive. Jesus.
高い。
The main mirror is a vital part of a reflecting telescope. The concave mirror plays the important role of gathering light in the lens tube. It takes the place of the lens in a refracting telescope, the type of telescope most people think of, or binoculars. Precision and higher image quality would depend on the mirror used to build the telescope. We could also create our own main mirror, okay, but we would need glass in order to do that. I've researched the price of glass. If we go with a Japanese maker, the quality is nice, but the price is really high. If we go with a maker from overseas, it's cheaper, but there are some downsides. Thanks, America. Like inconsistencies in quality? Or that it could take months from the time we order until the time we receive it. Oh, it'd be both. Guaranteed. I've ordered stuff from Japan, you know. Me being in America, have ordered things from overseas, and it takes like 3 months, 2 to 3 months to get to you, just because it takes time. So, you know. I wasn't sure about the details, but that was the information I had found on websites. With an overseas maker, if there was a problem, it might get really troublesome. Because then you couldn't return it, you couldn't fucking do anything with it, you just have it, and you gotta fucking deal with it. It's a pain in the ass if you need to send it back, or whatever. Also, if it took months to get here, Orihime might have already graduated by then. Yep.
安全に行くなら既製品か。さもなくば国内メーカーから材料のガラスを仕入れるのが良さそうですね。けどそれだと結構かかっちゃいますよね。そうなるとまた前みたいに。
Yeah, but that can't cost as much as the telescope. That'd defeat the purpose. Like, oh god. That's true. But I might be able to do something about that.
どうにかとは？
What the hell's my plan? I think I know of a place with some glass we could use as material I can't guarantee anything on the quality, but you know. Oh, and I have one request. Could you guys give me the contact info for Hikari from Amahai? Oh lord.
ほうき星さんの
Jesus. Even though we were already acquainted since we were childhood friends, I still felt uneasy about asking for another girl's contact information.
吉岡
Oh.
はい
Hanukkah? Hanukkah took out some kind of
これ
paper.
をどうぞ新しい名簿です
Whoa. Okay. Shit, man. On the list was Hikari's name and contact information. Ooh, awesome. Thanks.
いいえ助かったのは私たちの方だわ
I feel like we would have thought up about this idea eventually. Orihime said as she grasped my hand. Ooh, it was, nothing. Your hand is so soft.
前回の官房会でも助けていただいたわ本当になんとお礼を言ってよいのやら
I mean, you pretty much have already. It's not a big deal. It's fine.
はいすごいですよね空見くんまだ1年生なのに
Listen, I'm not that incredible. I'm just trying to help so I can then quit. The three older girls gazed at me proudly. Jesus. And the most beautiful out of the group was currently holding my hand in her own. Okay, hold on. Isn't that subjective? Or objective, whatever the word is. All these ladies are beautiful. I mean, I happen to think Orihime's the prettiest, but you know, someone might not. Her hands were so soft. Fuck, I knew it! That I started to think about how nice it would be to sleep wrapped in their warmth. Oh, well, what? Anyway, we might just be doing your route, but just let me know if you come across any materials we could use for a mirror. I wanted to shake off Orihime's hand to hide my own shyness, but I didn't want to waste this moment. I stayed put, fully aware of how hot my face felt. I almost said face was, or felt, I mean, the same thing. Whew, I'm sure they've already friend-zoned me since I'm younger than they are. That is a bunch of bullshit, and you fucking know it. Sometimes I just didn't know what to think of Orihime and the others' attitude towards me. They think you're fucking incredible. Well, at least I've gotten my hands on Hikari's contact info. Oh, that's gonna be an awkward conversation. I stopped my bike and pulled out the list I got from Hanukkah. Hikari's current contact info was written there. It was her phone number, email address, plus the ID for a chat application I always used. Oh, is it the same? I thought we were just texting. I guess not. I don't know. As I thought about the best way to reach her, I went over some messages I had sent to Saya, who's salty at us. Hey, do you remember that time we built the telescope?
うんあったね
Do you remember what we did with the thing we used for the reflector and the glavins?
エンシェントイビルアイのこと
Sure. Yeah, that's the one.
さあどこやったっけ私持ってないよあんな大きなの
Son of a bitch. I don't have it either. Did we trash it, maybe?
多分光なら知ってると思うよ
Ah, crap. Okay, you're probably right. The Ancient One's Evil Eye. Hikari had found it back when we tried to make our own Dobsonian. She probably threw it out by now. Maybe it's best not to even ask. Oh, it's always good to ask. ... He's just thinking about Orihime's fucking gorgeous ass face. Woo! Well, it seems like there are some expectations, so I might as well just do it. Okay, but before that, I better thank Kamiko. Kamiko was the one who'd given me the idea to make the telescope. Kamiko! Hey! You know, thanks for your idea, Kamiko. The Six Stars Club might be okay after all. Thanks a lot for your help. She probably won't respond because she's like working and shit. I should probably use this momentum to talk to Hikari too. Oh boy. I registered Hikari's phone number and mail address to the address book in my fucking smartphone. Then opened up the chat application to register her ID. Most people use this app to communicate these days. I thought this would be the easiest way to communicate with her. She obviously felt the same way since she had an ID. What the? Oh, is it like... I searched using the ID, but only one user was displayed. Kamiko. What? Uh... No. Whoa! Now what? Whoa! Hold on a second. Now, why would Kamiko be displayed? I thought I made a mistake when putting in her ID, so I tried searching again. Kamiko. That name appeared again. Are you fucking serious? Are you What in the world is happening? I couldn't understand it. Did this mean that Hikari was using the same username, which meant this person I was talking to this whole time was... I compared the ID I had received from Hanako with Kamiko's ID. Kamiko underscore 820. Kamiko 820. They were the same. Also, I recalled seeing this number before. Son of a bitch. Isn't this Hikari's birthday? No, we thought they were just a random collection of digits, so I never thought much about it. What the hell's even happening? Oh, we know what's happening. You've been hoozled. Kamiko's ID and Hikari's ID were the same.
ほんと？よかったじゃん。応援してるからさ。頑張ってね。
Listen here. He's just dotting. Kamiko's reply arrived with perfect timing, but with the seeds of doubt planted, I couldn't help but be suspicious of her words. You know, by the way, I was hoping you could help me with one little eensy-weensy little thing.
なになに？どんとこいだよ。
Do you know where the Ancient One's evil eye is? Got him! We figured it out, boys and girls. She read the message, but she's not responding. The message I'd sent had already been marked as read, and the usually quick to respond Kamiko remained silent. Wondered if she was scared away by that painful memory of the Ancient One's evil eye. Or she might just be in the middle of frying some tempura. Otherwise, is this really Hikari? Yes. Despite my age, wait a minute, she gave us a boob pic. What is this? Despite my age, I'd had my fair share of experiences, but every now and then, even I was caught by surprise. I was pretty surprised that I'd run into Hikari at that abandoned train station too, but this situation was quadruple the level of stupefaction. Well, you know, it felt like the world had been turned over. I was sure that this was how ancient peoples had felt when they saw the first total solar eclipse. I'm just gonna go to work. He's just fucking done. He's already done. He's turned in for the day. I rode my bike to work, still dumbfounded. We are never getting a message back. Never.
OL の正体が光だった？
Son of a bitch.
悪い。意味がさっぱりわからん。光がどっかに就職してたってことか？
No, but it just means that Hikari was pretending to be the office lady Kamiko.
なんで？だってその OL とはネットで知り合ったんだろ？
Yeah. I'd met Kamiko on the net. It was on the message board of a certain astronomy website. Of course it was. That's where I'd found a certain piece of astrophotography. Uh-oh, here we go. What the shit? The photo had been uploaded about a year ago. The big dumpling is what the comment on the photo had said. Maybe they were trying to say Dipper. An amateur had taken the photo and seems to have added the photo for fun. No one had responded, so I decided to write something. That's a nice photo. An original consolation? A few days later, a response was posted. Thanks for the reply. It's an original consolation I made a long time ago. We exchanged messages a few times until one day I received an email. I was naive enough to put my email address on the message board.
今都会の方に住んでて全然星が見えないの。退屈しのぎに星の話に付き合ってもらえると嬉しいな。
Why would... That was 2 months ago. Since then, I'd been exchanging messages with the office lady Komiko. But why would she go through so much effort? I don't, like, to hide herself from everybody? Or, no, not everybody, just me? Back when we were kids, we couldn't remember the names of any constellations except for the most famous ones. So we would just connect a bunch of random stars and make our own. One of those was the Big Dumpling. Takechi looked at me with a face that said, of course Hikari wouldn't use a name like that.
アキトはそれを偶然見つけて掲示板にレスを書いたわけか。
You're damn right I did. I didn't think that Hikari could have uploaded it. Besides, she had said she was an office lady from the city. That's why you don't trust anything on the internet. Nothing! I just believed that other people had the same idea as Hikari and myself, so I thought nothing of it and just kept exchanging messages with Komiko.
そしたらやっぱり光だったと。
I need to get down to the real question. The real realization is that she did in fact send us a picture of boobs. Maybe. Still thinking she did the elbow thing. But like, it appears that way. Do you know where the Ancient One's evil eye is? I didn't get another message after that message was read. I had thought for a second it might just be a coincidence, but after going over the facts and seeing how I've yet to receive a message, I was about 99% sure that I was right.
なんとまあ。年下の男を誘惑したがってる OL なんてそうそういないってこったな。
I feel like there's plenty of those. And with those words, Takechi shattered my dreams. I really did think she was an older woman.
気持ちはわかる。切ないよな。憧れの相手が幻だったなんて。
It's all over. I shook my head weakly. No, that's not it. We talked about stuff from really lame confessions to serious advice about life. I said as I showed Takechi the chat log I had with Komiko. Oh, I'd really like your advice about something.
なになに言ってごらん。
What's the age limit for a guy who's uninitiated?
なんて読むのそれ。
God damn it. Like a virgin.
童貞ね。
Komiko?
今ちょっとググってる。
5 minutes later.
いいんじゃないかな。何歳だって。結婚するまで守ってこそ紳士だよ。
お前さ、バカだ。
She literally said, I'm looking it up. Hold on. I know, but at that time I was really worried about it, okay? Don't judge me. Around the end of summer vacation, a bunch of the guys in our class started exchanging information, who they had and hadn't given up on. I had sat through the entire thing with a rather bored expression on my face, but on the inside I'd been shaking. It was normal for guys our age to worry about shit like that.
こんなのが他にもあると。
Yeah, I nodded, my expression grave. Before I knew it, I'd brought up my dark past. And so Hikari had all that information in the palm of her hand.
待てよ。じゃああの胸の谷間は
There it is! I was waiting for it! Yep. That chest belonged to Hikari. Now hold on, can we get like a good look at oh no, it can't be the elbow because they got you could see the part where like the collarbone. Yeah, like it has to be then. Ah, fuck. Maybe it's just a random picture on the internet. Who knows? I mean, she was trying to be fake as fuck, so, you know. Oh, Jesus. Well, she was quite big, yeah. She'd gotten taller, but she'd also gotten bigger there, too. 'Cause she's busty, you know. So that means the selfie really is Hikari's cleavage. I can't tell if this means a lot more or a lot less. As Takechi leaned over to peek at the screen, I quickly covered it.
なんで隠すんだよ
Because this is sacred! It belongs to me!
んだよそれケチ
Anyway, got back to work! I turned back to my work, suddenly feeling a bit more at ease. Right. Well, we had like the revelations. After returning to my room after work that night, I got my dinner ready like I always do. I warmed a can on the portable stove and poured the hot water into a container of instant noodles with a discounted rice ball. Always get discounted food. It's good. And cheap. While waiting, I stared at my smartphone screen aimlessly. The image of Hikari's cleavage. She'd certainly gotten bigger, but was she this big? Hold on, we're gonna do some thinking. Hold on. My memory was clouded, so I couldn't remember it well. Oh, and also, she was super covered up. Not that you can tell. Why are we thinking about this? I had been so upset by the Sun reunion that I couldn't recall what Hikari's chest looked like. Is this literally what's on his mind? Besides, it wasn't something you could stare at. She was covered up. Even if you were to look, you can't really tell. I mean, you can tell, just... I don't know. Like, realistically, you wouldn't be able to tell anyway. Oh, jeez. Still no reply from Kamiko. She'd replied within 5 minutes when I asked her about being a virgin. This is the first time she'd taken so long. Yep. Thinking over it again, there had been quite a lot of coincidences between the time I'd first met Kamiko to the time where I'd met Hikari again. That night, Noriko had said something about a new member had joined after hearing about the Six Stars Club. She must have heard about the club from me. I had talked to Kamiko about it. And on the night of the stargazing event, she had been in that old place. She knew I'd be there. I don't know what she was waiting for there. She could have been waiting for me, but I don't really know. The real coincidence would have to be me finding that photo on the net. At the time, I'd been in something of a sentimental period. Uh-oh. Oh, that was because the Hubble Space Telescope was said to be decommissioned. Oh. I'd been avoiding astronomy, but for some reason at that particular moment I decided to wander around some astronomy website. I thought to console myself while reading posts from other sentimental people. So me finding the big dumpling photo really was a coincidence. So many coincidences all in one. Unless it was all just some huge lure. If so, then Hikari had uploaded that photo to the net with knowing that I would comment? Had she laid out the perfect trap for me? Why did she feel like she even needed to? But what bothered me the most was that Hikari was still watching the stars. She hadn't actually gotten bored with it. Oh shit. Hello? The dark screen of my smartphone shot back to life as it notified me of a new message. She replied, oh shit.
エンシェントイビルアイなら、私たちの秘密の天文台にあるよ。
Alright, the act is done. She knows it's done. Oh, she's gonna be there too. Huh. I felt a strange kind of calm restored as I read the message. I replied with a short I see, then set my phone down and went to eat dinner. Secret, oh shit. Oh god, help! Hello? Where am I? It says now.
西高はドブソニアン政策に乗り気なようでした。ただ、我々に計画の実行能力があるのかどうか、そこに疑念を残しているようです。
We can do whatever we want, okay?
諸見沢は西高ほどではないですが、望遠鏡の自作に関心があるようで、予算の問題さえクリアできれば参加していただけそうです。
I feel like they should look, if they want us, if they're like, you know, if you build this, we'll be good. Why don't you help us build it, you assholes? Oh my god. Hanukkah summed up what the other schools had thought about our Dobsonian project. So our only issues are practically practicality and budget, yes? I'd expected as much. Nishi High had always been fans of gadgets, so I thought that they'd jump at the idea of making our own telescope. Then there was Moro Misawa, there we go. Despite being a technical school, I'd heard their approach to astronomy was more laid back. They tended to concentrate on having fun stargazing together without any need for expensive equipment, because they didn't have any. Sounds like everyone's pretty strapped for cash. Ooh, sounds like nowadays things are probably different at an elite school like Maiko Academy. But most astronomy clubs couldn't hope for much in the way of club funds. In fact, mine didn't get shit. But since I was the only member, I guess I should count myself lucky that it was still even recognized as an official club. Not that it mattered to me, since I didn't do any club activities anymore. But it must have been tough for the other clubs at Nishi, Ama, and that's the fucking hardest one for me to say. Moro Misawa in a similar position. Asking them to pay for this project out of their own pocket wasn't really an option either. But we all need to work together. Fuck these people. We needed some other way to get our funding. That was the problem we'd gotten together to discuss. Alright. Oh, he is a smart dog. He gets shy though, so be careful. Not be careful, but you know. After 10 minutes of petting from Orihime, Kotaro had finally started to warm up to our new friend. Oh shit, Saya's here. Doing her like almost cat face. At least having Kotaro there stopped Orihime from getting bored. I don't know, I feel like she wouldn't really... I mean, maybe. Noriko sure is taking her sweet time, because probably Hikari's gonna come with her, and then it's gonna be real awkward. God damn it. Well, guess we'll just chill here, I suppose. Amahai was right on the southernmost edge of Hoshinanaka. Even by train, it would take a while to get here. She's putting in so much effort, man. And waiting for the next train would probably add 20 minutes on her arrival time. Oh, don't worry, it's fine. As if on cue, Noriko Kano came charging through the ticket gate. Shh, it's fine. We were only waiting like 20 extra minutes. Someone else followed. Yup! Fucking knew it. Someone else followed after her breathless sprinting form. A girl whose ponytails bounced behind her as she ran. Oh shit, Saya's here too? Oh god. Whoa! You made us wait for a stray cat? Noriko? God damn it. You know what? I'm cool. I'm cool with that. ... Why was Hikari here too? I'd already made plans to meet Hikari later. I had something I needed to discuss with her. Awkward. Hikari waved when she saw me. All I could do was look away awkwardly. Hey, Saya's here too! Oh! Oh! He knows! Well, of course he knows. We saw that earlier. Kotaro had been shy around Orihime, but now he looked all really excited. He leapt up, wagging his tail vigorously. Saya, who had been kneeling down to pet Kotaro, also got to her feet. Oh. In the flesh, bitches.
What?
Oh. Attack. Hikari met the dumbfounded gaze of Saya's blue and orange eyes, then shot forward, sending her ponytails flying into the air. Jesus Christ. Hold on. Okay. See, in that pose, yeah, you can tell. Holy Jesus. Got him. Thwump. She's still got that same fucking sight of like a bajillion. You're just seeing like a ton of chocolate and you're just so happy. Hikari smothered Saya in a tight embrace. She went a little insane there. Settle down, woman. You're gonna kill my Saya. This is not cool. Saya made feeble attempts to escape the hug and catch her breath. She looked the same as she did when she got exhausted from playing with Katara.
やだ本当にさやなのそうだよ光ちょっと生きてきない
It's like, of course it's really her. Who else is gonna have blue and orange eyes? Come on, let her go. Get the... I imagine like I'm putting my hands in between, just fucking like. I somehow managed to tear them apart. Hikari flailed her outstretched arms like a child separated from her favorite toy. Whew. All right, there we go.
本当にさやだ
Hikari's hair swayed as her head bobbed around, examining Saya from every angle.
ちっちゃくなったね
What do you mean? I feel like her growth is more realistic. Yours, it went like off the rails.
光はいろいろ大きくなったね
Oh, yeah. Oh my, yes. Yes, she has. Saya said gloomily, "It's fine, Saya. You know what? She couldn't take her eyes off the part of Hikari's body that had grown especially well. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Seeing the two girls together like this really brought their differences into focus. One was much taller and had matured in other ways too, while the other was still pretty much the same height and modestly endowed. I liked Saya the way she was, though. She was cute after all. Exactly. Everyone's fine. What? Don't look at me like that. As if in answer to my thoughts, she gave me a dismissive look.
元気だったうん元気だよ光はもう元気会いたかったさや
She's gonna attack you again. I hope you know this. I held Hikari back by the collar in case she tried to latch on to Saya again. Oh, I was ready. I was prepared.
全然変わってないね美少女のまんまだあんまり嬉しくない
Wow. You could tell she wasn't too happy. Where before Saya would be able to look at Hikari in the eye, she now had to look up to her a little. Oh God.
おやおやこの超ラブリーな柴犬はどこの誰かな
Listen to that like teasing tone. You already know. So happy.
もしかしてあのちっちゃかった小太郎ちゃんかなあんた大きくなったね
Hikari crouched down and began to pet Katara. The dog himself was on cloud 9, playing with Hikari just like old times. It had been years since they last met, but he clearly still remembered her. Dogs still remember people. Like, even if you've been gone for years, you come back, they'll know. They know.
太郎はどうしたの
Oh.
太郎ちゃんは
Yeah, we don't, it happened last year. I mean, he was getting old and, you know, that sort of thing.
そっか
It's kind of sad, you know. Hikari looked solemn for a moment, then looked up at the stop and buy sign.
気の流れを感じるね
She was right. We hadn't been to this store together since we were little kids. In that time, our familiar candy shop had become a convenience store. Our old dog passed away, and our puppy grew up. As for the three ragamuffins, well, at least looked older, even if some of us hadn't changed all that much. Looks like we're all here. Shall we get going? There was no time to stand around and reminisce. We had a job to do.
その方はどちらにいらっしゃるんですの
Oh, Lord. In here.
ここのコンビニに
God damn it. I nodded and turned to address the group. Okay, it'll look all weird if we all go in at once. So you Amahai girls wait outside for now.
はい
You stay there.
小太郎遊ぼう
Woof! Oh, expected a woof. I glanced at Hikari again, then looked away. I still hadn't talked to her about the whole Kamiko thing. To be honest, I was a little uncomfortable being around her now. Well, it's just, that's what happens when you're awkward. Okay, let's go.
いらっしゃいませ。
It has already begun.